American football, as we know it, is on the decline. In 2015, the Super Bowl peaked at a viewership average of 114 million viewers. However, since then, the Super Bowl has actually been losing viewers, with only recently, in 2023, that the Super Bowl was able to get anywhere near its peak viewership. But why is this happening? Why is the Super Bowl, the biggest sporting event in America, declining in viewership? Some say that American football as a sport has hit its peak. Others say that this decline in viewership is a result of more and more Americans cutting cable, but I believe that this decline in viewership is a direct result of the recent NFL rule changes that has removed a fundamental and beloved part of the game. But before we can talk about that, let's first look at the history of American football. American football started as an offshoot of the sports rugby and soccer. However, the sport really came into its own in the 19th century when a man named Walter Camp, a player and coach at Yale, helped to implement integral rule changes like downs and the line of scrimmage, which helped to differentiate the sport from other sports at the time. He was also integral to introducing summons to the game. You see, Walter Camp was also a practicing warlock, and he believed that the only way to make American football stand out from other sports was that the game would need black magic to really spice things up. As everyone knows, the United States is filled with magical energy, and by using this energy, warlocks are able to regularly summon mystical creatures during the game. However, this is also a big factor on why American football never became popular anywhere else in the world, as no other country besides America has the resources to harness such vast mystical energy on a large enough scale. Anyway, as time passed, eventually, football teams all across America came together to form the NFL. And in 1967, the first Super Bowl was held in Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. It was a smash hit, and by having the game played in such a large stadium, the warlocks of each team were able to summon Tier 7 creatures, a feat thought to be impossible at the time. But now, let's move on to the present. What do you notice about this footage? That's right, where's the summons? You see, in 2016, the NFL had a disagreement with the WAA, the Warlock Association of America. You see, whenever a warlock of an NFL team would summon a creature during a game, that creature and its likeness would automatically become copyright of the NFL. This angered warlocks, as many warlocks believe that it is the summoner who should have sole ownership over the summoned creature. However, the NFL has argued that because they are the ones providing the resources for these costly rituals, that they are the ones who should be entitled to sole ownership. This has been a fiercely debated topic for many years between the NFL and the WAA. But it is not until 2016 when this debate would come to a head. The NFL would officially break off all relations with the WAA and as a result would ban all forms of magic, sorcery, and witchcraft. This ban on the mystical would have a negative impact on viewership. And in each subsequent Super Bowl following the rule changes, viewership would drop more and more. So, what can the NFL do? Well, the biggest thing it can do right now is compromise with the WAA and come up with an agreement both sides can be happy with. One solution would be to give the warlocks royalties so that they are incentivized to summon higher tier creatures. Or maybe the WAA can help shoulder the cost of these large-scale rituals, so that way both organizations can walk away with a profit. Regardless of what the WAA and the NFL agree on, I think we can speak for all football fans in saying that we miss the old football and we just want to see our favorite summoned creatures back on the field again.